Hey Gophers, what's happening? I'm Mackenzie Manlupik, your host, and this is our 10th Gopher Nation News episode. 10th, I know! Isn't that crazy? You know what else is crazy? Spring break is 2 weeks away. Isn't that crazy? Little preview for today. We have an interview with Mr. Shelton about our hybrid learning. We have information about our new APIB transition. A little information about the Mosaic Project that has your face on it. And an update about our sparrow. Let's get into it. Okay, Gophers. First, we have an interview with Mr. Shelton about our new hybrid learning schedule. What will hybrid learning look like?
Yeah. So we are still working out the finalized schedule for hybrid. But what we do know is that students will be able to attend classes, online in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then there will be a break for lunch, both for students and staff. And then we will have group A. So there's going to be two cohorts. So there's a cohort A and a cohort B.
Mm-hmm.
Cohort A, and it's all broken out by addresses. And so cohort A will be Monday and Tuesday, and cohort B will be Thursday and Friday, with Wednesday being the day in between to kind of clean and sanitize for the next cohort to come in.
Yeah.
So how the schedule will look will be basically in the morning will be online classes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get started going probably in quad 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be your 5th, 6th, and 7th period classes. So students will take those classes synchronously,
Mm-hmm.
in the morning, where they would take a 5th, 6th, and 7th period in the morning with your teachers, same teachers, and then we'll have a break, and then students will come into the school to take more supportive learning, in-person learning from those same from your same teachers, both 5th, 6th, and 7th period. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
And how is this address thing working?
So cohort A
Mm-hmm.
will be Monday and Tuesday, and cohort B will be Thursday and Friday. The
Mm-hmm.
cohorts are split by address. The odd addresses will be in person on Thursday and Friday. The even addresses will be in person Monday and Tuesday.
So if my it's like our house address or apartment.
Yep.
So if my address is like 345, then 5 odd,
Yep. That's the odd, and then if it ends in a 4, that's the even. Yes.
Yeah. And when will hybrid take place? First, like the quad 4.
Yeah, quad 4 is what we're shooting for. So again, that's what is that? The weekend, the third week in April. So hopefully by April 19th, that would be the first day. That's what we're shooting for right now. Again, those changes and those dates could change as as we're continuing to plan.
How will we ensure safety for our in-school students?
Yeah, so we have been taking a lot of safety precautions here at the district, trainings. Our facilities department has been on top of that and working with OHA, going through all the safety guidelines, all the protocols. And so they are doing an outstanding job. There'll be signage up. There'll be a little bit of student training as you begin to kind of understand, how to walk in the hallways, how to keep social distancing. So there'll be a lot of training up front just to get people acclimated for the environment. But I feel like our team, our GBSD facilities department has really been doing an excellent job of staying on top and giving us updated information. And then obviously we have to see how it goes, right? Once the students and staff come back into the building and we start, I say seeing how it works with feet, we'll have rules and regulations around what are appropriate masks to be in the building, just to make sure we're staying school appropriate. And so all that information will be out, and everyone, hopefully within advisory lessons, they'll be able to understand the safety aspects of returning to the building.
Cool. How many people will be in each class?
So with the restrictions, depending on the square footage of the school, of the classroom, it could be 10 to 12, some larger rooms. So it depends on what class they're in. Obviously, our gyms for PE and our band and choir rooms are a little bit larger. So we'll be able to spread out a little bit more within those. You know, if we have any classes that end up in the auditorium. So we'll be able to spread out given the guidance that we have. And so again, as the metrics loosen up, more students will be able to be occupying the classrooms. But right now, we're stuck between, about 10 to 12, depending on the square footage of the classroom.
How will transportation work?
Well, students are able to be dropped off by parents at the start of the school day or ride, obviously, the Gresham Barlow buses. And so if they need to take the school bus to school, if they need to take TriMet, public transportation, or getting dropped off by a parent, will have protocols for entries and exits that we're still working out when students come in and how students exit. So those are still, again, nuances and logistics of how that happens. Do want to say thank you to the student body. It's been a year of transition. It's been a year of pivots. I'm actually, the board made the decision last night for us to continue on in our planning of hybrid and continue on with the plan of bringing students back in. And one thing that for me in my 2 years here, it's been difficult, obviously, to form relationships with students when we're online and doing this. So I am excited. Like I'm actually excited to get to see the students again, get to see you guys walking in the hall in whatever fashion that is, and then continue on to build for what, again, I call normal school, and hopefully we get back to that sooner than later. I am very excited to get students back in and again see this beautiful building that's been built for you, for all the students. And so I just, if there's anything that I want folks to leave from this interview here is that we are all excited, not just me, our staff, our community. We are excited to have kids back in the building and doing what we've all come to love and do, and that's work with our students.
Thanks, Mr. Shelton, for all the great information. I know I look forward to learning more as information comes and seeing everyone transition into our building fully, but once it's safe, Next, we have Miss Brink to tell us about the Mosaic Project that everyone has been participating in advisory. It has your face on it. Isn't that crazy?
So, first of all, for the people who just don't know what it is, could you just explain the Mosaic Project to me a little bit?
You betcha. So, about a month and a half ago, right around there, Mr. Sheldon said, remember that next year's seniors will have only been in our building for half a year.
Yeah.
And we expect our seniors to help carry the school, right? I mean, there's some responsibility in being the upperclassmen, and we expect you guys to shine. And you won't even know the building you're in. That sucks. Got a gorgeous new building, and our hallways are a tad dull.
Yeah,
right?
I've seen the inside. There's nothing on them.
It's awesome, but they're really blank. And so I started to wonder if we could ask you guys for images that you connect to, either that have personal significance for you or that like encompass this year in a nutshell kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Images that you could give us that we could put there. So there's a part of you on the walls when you walk into school. There's a part of you already waiting for you when you get there. So it would be a visual way to say, dude, this is my corner. This is my school. This is my spot. This is me.
Yes.
That's the goal.
I love it.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so it doesn't need to be anything that taxes students, much more than go to your advisory class yes, seniors, you too, go to your advisory class, find your name on the slide deck that your teachers have already set up for you.
Mm-hmm.
Look out there in the world for an image and copy paste.
Yeah.
That's the kind of energy. I mean, it's not a ton of energy, but it puts a piece of you there. And then we're gonna put these on grade level banners, because they're not gonna let us paint the school. We're gonna put them on grade level banners, and we're gonna hang them up so they take up those long blank hallways. And
Yeah.
there are images that you guys have created there waiting for you.
That's super cool.
So there you go.
That sounds amazing. Thanks, Miss Brink. Thanks, Cassidy. Next, we have some information about our new AP Advanced Placement Learning. We're phasing out IB learning and pushing this next year, so you'll have so many new courses. Our school has dubbed this transition #forward. And Tyler has got the latest scoop on what #forward is all about.
I'll get started. What kind of impact do you expect this change to have on students?
So there really isn't going to be much of an impact because we are still going to be offering our higher level and some standard level courses for students. The biggest impact that there will be is with AP, there isn't a diploma option like there is with IB. So with IB, you can earn an IB diploma or be an IB diploma candidate. With AP, that doesn't exist. But within that, there is some more flexibility for students to really be intentional about which AP classes they are choosing to take. So they could really, focus on science or take a wide breadth of classes. And so then the student can really pick and choose which classes they're choosing to go.
Okay, cool. How will this change impact our teachers?
Yeah, so quite a bit actually, because our teachers are needing to adjust their curriculum a bit to align with AP, and for some that means developing entirely new courses. Some staff will need to take trainings and such to develop the curriculum for new classes. Next year we'll be offering IB, AP, and the standard level courses. So it'll be a lot of like planning and preparation for teachers, which is already in progress right now. And we know our teachers are really wanting to put thought into this and find classes that interest our students. So they're really going above and beyond in preparing and spending a lot of time to try and suit our student population.
What are the differences between IB and AP? Like, what are like a couple of differences other than just the main one?
Yeah, so IB, International Baccalaureate, is a global philosophical pedagogy, which is a big word for how you teach and how you learn. They take a holistic approach to a student, so the kind of a global citizen, if you will, kind of mentality around an education. AP is basically information content. You want to learn about U.S. history, you're taking a college level course in U.S. history. So it's a little more, I would think, traditional in terms of an American education around what kids can expect and how they can be learning. So a lot of writing, a lot of reading. IB has this kind of philosophical approach to a holistic student in their place on the planet kind of way of teaching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. What do you think are going to be some positives from this change?
Oh, I think there's a lot more flexibility in terms of the schedule, so students will be able to take more courses of what they want. It'll really help our fine and performing arts, so choir, band, drama, any of our fine arts, any of our college, our career and technical ed courses. There's just there will be more flexibility in the schedule so students can access more of those pieces that they wanted.
Do you think that will be a difficult switch from IB to AP?
I actually do not. There's some training teachers will have to do, but from my experience with AP and with IB, it's actually much more difficult to get trained in IB and do the things they need. AP is, I don't want to say a step down. It's a step sideways, but it's also an easier hoop to jump through in general to get certified to do that. And we also have Barlow there to help us. Barlow's running an AP program and is a sister school to us. So we already have teachers over there doing just about everything we're going to do here, which will make it easier to transition.
Yeah. What do you like about the AP program?
From a strictly math perspective, it prepares, so again, I'm going to talk as math teacher here. As a math teacher, AP prepares a student in a broad variety of mathematical skills that are going to be useful in a number of college level fields. So AP is good college prep in mathematics, and I can say that without hesitation. I don't know the program as broadly as anything as far-reaching and encompassing as something like IB, so I don't think that there's a background to it that we're trying to build a student who has the 10 characteristics of an IB learner. Like, we're not saying we're also going to make students caring, contributing members of the community and well-rounded and those kind of things. So I don't know that it's as holistic. I think it's more piece-wise. You focus on the things you do.
Are you excited to be switching to the AP curriculum? Is there anything like specifically that like in the AP curriculum do you know would be good?
Well, again, I'm not that familiar, and we've only had one meeting about AP so far, so I'm still kind of hesitant. I really enjoyed teaching IB because if I felt like I could highlight my strengths as a teacher, and then also finding topics that I thought that students would enjoy. And so so as of now, I don't know anything like specific. I do know though AP will be is probably more widely accepted by colleges and universities for credit, and I think maybe the process is a little bit more streamlined, and there might not be as many requirements for AP to get those credits, because in IB you had to do the coursework plus papers and things and those tests on top of what you're already doing in the course. So I think as far as a benefit, that it might make it easier for students and easier for them to get that credit that they're looking for, since it seems to be more widely accepted.
Sounds like there's going to be a lot of great additions to our course offerings for next year. By the way, forecasting is not till after spring break, but start thinking about the classes you want to take now and the ones you want to avoid. Wondering what's happening with our Sparrow Lauren? Remember, she's a little girl with leukemia who we can help by committing random acts of kindness and random community service acts. Our acts will help pay for her costs for her treatment. We have an update with Carmen interviewing Perry Leo in Renaissance.
So, Perry, how many hours of community service have we completed as a school?
So far, Gresham High School has completed 250 hours.
Oh, wow. That's a ton of hours. I'm surprised by that, actually. That's a lot.
Yeah.
How much money have we been able to raise for Lauren?
So for each hour completed, we raised $10. So that's $2,500 for her family.
Wow. That's amazing. What are some of the different volunteering activities that people have recorded hours for?
There's actually been a lot. When it snowed, a lot of people did snow shoveling. And then people have been doing different art pieces for people, writing letters of gratitude, and a lot of baking, a lot of making meals for other people.
Yeah, during quarantine, I know I've definitely been trying to cook more. It's probably a habit I should get into. It's yeah, that's a great thing to do. How much time do we have left to record volunteer hours for Lauren?
So this is going to go on throughout the whole school year. So you have until whenever graduation is, I guess, June.
That's good. Plenty of time to do more volunteering so that we can raise money for her family.
Spring break in a few weeks, 2 weeks to be exact. I know for spring break, I will be sleeping the whole time. Yeah, maybe having a fun little picnic. That's super fun, but sleeping, yeah. Well, have a great week, everyone. Ta-ta for now.